politician warning? It's barely going to be a long day, and the chairman knows it already. Well, good morning, everyone. I am so delighted to be with you this morning because it was such a tremendous honor to be all together last year when I chaired this convention. And it is my honor this morning to hand over the gavel to a friend of mine and a friend of yours, truly a friend of the Cooley region, Julian who will be our chairman this year. It is so important that we as Republicans help folks to understand that we are the big tent party. And no one has embodied this type of input theory than Julian who took his own money and his own time and traveled the entire state of Wisconsin over the last several years on a tour that he called Shattering Stereotypes. Julian Bradley is a Republican. He may not be your typical one. I am a Republican. I may not be your typical one. But I would argue that the Republican Party gets its strength from individuals. People who band together, knowing that freedom, that liberty, a love of equal opportunity is what we stand for. We are principled. We have values that will be upheld by great leaders we work so hard to elect. That's exactly what we're going to focus on at this convention when we continue to work hard toward turning Wisconsin red to the roots. Will you join me in welcoming your 2015 Wisconsin Republican Party Convention Chairman, Julian Bradley.
Thank you, Lieutenant Governor Clayfish, for those very kind words and the job you've done as our Lieutenant Governor. Good morning and welcome to La Crosse. Later today, we will hear from our elected officials, we'll discuss resolutions, and of course, we'll enjoy the hospitality suites. But before we do all of that, I'd like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to each of you for the incredible 2014 that we just came from. While my campaign for Secretary of State did not end as I had hoped, it certainly provided many amazing memories that wouldn't have been possible without each of you. It's an honor to be recognized today for my work on behalf of the party as your 2015 Republican State Convention Chairman. At this time, I would like to recognize 3 more of our 2014 candidates that stood up, grabbed the conservative banner, and proudly carried it to the Democratic strongholds. In the 2nd Congressional District, which includes the city of Madison, we had Peter Theron, who ran for Congress. In the 3rd Congressional District, right here, we had Tony Kurtz, who ran against Ron Kine. And in the 4th Congressional District, Dan Sebring. Please give these gentlemen and all of our Republican candidates a round of applause for what they did in 2014. Now, another person that I think needs to be recognized for the work he's done for the Republican Party is President Obama. Six years ago, when we last held convention here in La Crosse, the Democrats controlled the state and federal government. Since 2009, under President Obama, the Republican Party has picked up a solid majority in the House of Representatives, adding Congressman Reed Ribble, Congressman Sean Duffy, and Congressman Glenn Grothman to our Wisconsin delegation. For that, I would sincerely like to just say, thanks a lot, Obama. Since 2009, under President Obama, the Republican Party has been able to create a majority in the United States Senate, where right here in Wisconsin, we sent a small businessman from Oshkosh named Ron Johnson to bring some fiscal sanity to that body. And we're going to send him back there in 2016 as well. Again, I would just like to say thanks a lot, Obama. Since 2009 here in Wisconsin, we've been able to elect Governor Scott Walker and Lieutenant Governor Rebecca Clayfish a historic 3 times. On top of that, we've been able to take a majority in the Assembly and the Senate and then expand on said majority. Blue states all across the country saw the Republican reforms working and they joined us. In fact, under President Obama, we have flipped over 900 seats in state legislatures across the country. Under President Obama, we have flipped multiple governors in blue states such as Maryland and Illinois, his own home state. And coming up now, in just 2 years, we will flip the White House back to a Republican. Join with me and say, thanks a lot, Obama. I keep referencing 2009 because that was the last time the convention was here in La Crosse. And here in 2009, we laid the groundwork for many of those historic victories. Now in 2015, we're excited to be the place where it all begins again. You see, we are kicking off red roots as you're seeing all around you. We're getting back to the grassroots movement. The Democratic Party is building their slate of 2016 candidates with names from the past, while we are trying to cultivate our own. The Democratic Party is putting forth names that are just being recycled. They're recycling their candidates with recycled ideas, while we've come together to say, we can't afford their recycled results and we're not going to let those happen. In 2016, we face an uphill battle. You've likely heard the pundits out there saying the Republican Party can't win in a presidential election year because our message doesn't work. The Republican Party is going to have to change that message. Well, to all of those today, I say that is false. We do not need to change our message. We just need more messengers, and we've proven as in 2014 that that's the winning formula. We were successful in the elections following 2009 because when we left our convention, we were united behind our core conservative values of family, faith, and freedom. We were united behind the great American idea that we are all entitled to the uplifting promise of equal opportunity and not the artificial ceiling of equal outcomes. We left our convention united, committed to renewing the American dream. If we're going to be successful again in 2016, we must leave here today feeling the same way. So this weekend, I just want to encourage you to make this convention a celebration of what we can accomplish when we stand together, a celebration of the principles that we stand behind, and a celebration of the thrill that comes with a new challenge. Thank you for this incredible honor. Thank you for all that you did for myself and the other candidates in 2014. And thank you for coming to La Crosse. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great state of Wisconsin.